I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team? Welcome to the channel. It's your girl, DYANAROZAY. I'm here to bring y'all the latest in news and reality TV tea. So come on in and hit that like button, okay? If y'all can hear the sound of my voice, let me know. Y'all know what to do. Shout out your city, your state, your country, your island, your continent, wherever you are from, so I can give you a proper hello, okay? What's up, Lady D Keys? She is moderating, volunteering her time, so make sure you say hello to Lady D Keys as well. What is up, Delicia? I hope I pronounced that right. How are you? Come on in, everybody. Don't be shy, child. What is up? What is up? Hey, child. We got some heavy stories today. What's up, Florida? Nice to have you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up, Orlando? Hey. Nice to have you. Child. A hot mess. What else we got? What's up, Paulette? How are you? Come on through, everybody. Welcome to the chat. I hope y'all are staying out of this heat. There's supposed to be like this huge heat wave over half of the country. They said you're going to go outside, it's going to feel normal, and you could possibly pass out when you're out there. So make sure y'all get everything y'all need done in the daytime. Don't be out in the weather for too long. It can get real messy out there. What's up? How are you? Hey. Make sure y'all hit the like button on your way in. Drop your city, your state, your country, your island, wherever you are from. Say hello to me, please. And thank you. What's up? Brooklyn in the house, New York. Hey. Ciao. I hope y'all had an opportunity to see that video that's been floating around of Jackie Christie. Whew. Do I feel sorry for Doug or what? No, I don't know if she lays hands on Dougie, child, but oof. Come on in. What's up, Pennsylvania? Nice to have you. We are also talking about Mia Thornton from Real Housewives of Potomac. Shia LaBeouf, child, I got an update on him. I don't know if y'all have been paying attention to this story, but we're definitely talking about it. Okay. Fashawn said, so glad you're discussing this. Well, oh, child. It was painful. I saw it this morning at 5 a.m. I was like, what is going on? What's up, Jacksonville? Nice to have you. KC, Kansas City, Missouri. What's up? What's up, Team Jackie? Fashawn says she is Team Jackie. I love to say Fashawn for show. Fashawn for show. Okay. Listen, I actually said, I don't know how that girl missed all the clues. Okay. Everybody who grew up with a woman that you call mama or ma, okay? Y'all know how it goes. First, they'll start giggling and laughing and looking at you like, are you trying to take me into this other county? And once that voice get low and they get real calm, you need to get the hell up out of there, okay? What's up, Cleveland? How are you? What's up, Houston? Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. Chantel learned that day. I don't know why she was playing, but she learned that day. What's up, Florida? Okay, come on in, Houston, chiming in. Let's see. I no longer have my mom. She blessed her queen mama. She blessed her queen mama is still with her on earth. I miss my mommy. Yes, child. I never used to call my mom mommy. We called her ma, but and I called my grandmother mama. But when she passed away, I always say, I miss mommy. I'm like, where is this mommy coming from? I never even called her mommy when she was here on earth. But anyway, child, everybody come on through. We got a lot to talk about. Get my other image up here. Somehow okay. Let's see. Joan said she is Team Jackie as well. Hey, Diana, like mother, like daughter, but how dare you put your hands on your mother? It took the breath out of me, okay? She got everything that was coming. Jackie knew herself, you know what I'm saying? I got to get there when I get there. I just know that Jackie knew where she was and how she was going to handle things if it did not go the way it was supposed to. Chantel, damn, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. A lot of people are saying they are Team Jackie, child. Jackie is and has been gaslit this entire season. What's up from Cleveland? Hey, Cleveland. Y'all know shit's a mess, okay? The hands still work. The hand ministry still works. My daughter got brave because of the cameras. Yes, child. Brave because of the cameras, and because we ain't gonna pretend like the rest of the cast wasn't talking that girl up and confused the hell out of her about who her mama was. You got to be careful to let people tell you your story. Don't let people tell you your story. They will mess your life up every time. You know better. And Chantel definitely knew better. But baby, okay, production will use anyone in your family to antagonize you. Was it production? See, Mary Jane, this is what I'm going to say about grown folk. People who have children, who've been with men, because Chantel's had some crazy stuff happen in her life. She knew what her situation was. We got to also give people the credit they deserve, okay? I didn't see production doing crazy stuff. I thought Chantel was taking it too far, showing up on, listen, I'm talking about this before it's supposed to happen. We'll get there. We'll get there, okay? Welcome everybody to the chat. I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming through. I showed y'all the thumbnail. We got a lot to talk about, okay? We are going to talk about a whole bunch of things, including catching up on some stories that I did yesterday. So stick around. We like to mix it up over here. But anyway, I would love for y'all to chit chat, talk to me, okay? I got the chat running on the screen as well. We'll get there. Save your comments, child. I want to make sure that I'm able to read them when you guys come back through, okay? Save your comments. We're not at that story yet. I started it, but we're not there. We're going to get there. We're going to get there, okay? The first thing I want to do is give y'all some news y'all can use, child. Please pay attention to what's going on in the world around us. I often get a lot of people saying a whole bunch of stuff about, the news that I share over here on my channel. I am a pop culture channel, but I also do regular news. Sometimes the regular news isn't as interesting to everybody, but pay attention to this story, okay? 9 households, okay? 9, count them, control 15% of the wealth in Silicon Valley, okay? As the wealth inequity spreads, there's about, I think they said 3.5 million people in Silicon Valley, and 15% of the wealth that belongs to the 30.5 or 3.5. Let me get that number right before I say another word, child. Hold on. Oh, we'll get there. Hold on. Okay, so this story was published yesterday or Monday. Yeah, so yesterday, July 21st, that's when I first read it and my eyeballs was popping out of my head. Because y'all know how I feel about this type of shit. I had flipped out a couple of months ago, screaming at people to pay attention to the politics. And then I had to take a break because I realized It was me. I'm too involved in all the stuff. But anyway, 3.5 million people live in Silicon Valley, which a lot of people believe is wealthy and all the things. But we're looking at this wealth gap in the actual wealthiest of places, right? So 3.5 million people live there, but nine people, households actually own the majority, like 15% of the wealth. So they're the top of the wealth. Okay. And I think they said that these 9 families also hold more money, like twice the money or 3 times the amount of finances that's amongst the whole country. Okay. So just so you guys are aware. But the people that own this wealth, if we're going to watch this trickle down effect, just so you guys know what it looks like. First, I'm going to tell you guys who these dynastic families are. The number one, the top person who has all of this wealth is the Walton family with 432 billion. If you know who the Walton family is, put it in the chat. I want to know if y'all even know who these people are, who control our lives, who buy and sell our lives every day like pieces on a chessboard. 432 billion. The Walton family. Who's the Walton family? Anybody know? That's right. It's Walmart. That's right. Walmart, Sam's Club, all of those places. Y'all hear those stories about crazy stuff that happens at these jobs. Exactly. They own all of that. Walmart. Thank you. Thank you. I was hoping that y'all knew. The second family is the Mars family. They have 130 billion in wealth. And Mars family, that should tell you, they are the people that own the candy, the Mars candy, Snickers, M&Ms, all of those people. Okay? Exactly. Third family is the Koch family. They have a lot of different industries, political industries. They have a lot of political influence. Y'all heard about them going in, lobbying politicians all the time, getting things changed up. Koch, K-O-C-H. The fourth family with 60.6 billion is the Cargill family or the Macmillan family. They have an agricultural business, and they have, you might see products called Cargill. I'm glad you shared this information. You subscribe to The Guardian as well. Oh, child. This is a type of shit that keeps me up, but I don't actually, my sister told me to stop talking about this. She said, stop talking about stuff like this if you're going to be on here screaming at folks. Okay. The next group number 5 is the Lauder family with 40 billion. And that is Estee Lauder. Okay. 6 is the Hearst family. They're a media dynasty. Their actual business is called Hearst Corporation. They don't have a dollar amount for them. Number 7 is the Newhouse family. They don't have a dollar amount for them, but they're a publishing media empire. Number 8, it's the Pritzker family, and they're known for the Hyatt hotels. They are coming in at 43.1 billion. And then the number 9 family is the Kohler family. And y'all may know them from like plumbing fixtures and stuff like that. 16.2 billion, 9 households, 9. Okay. Everybody should be worried about that for a lot of different reasons. But typically when you have these kind of households, because the Democratic, they really tried to help with taxes and stuff and making sure that wealth could be distributed in a different way so that we weren't being ruled by an oligarchy, that type of shit. But anyway, when you have only 9 families owning that type of wealth, it does shrink the mobility of the economy. It creates all types of disadvantages for us, the people on the bottom end. Okay. Political influence, like I was talking to you about before. Tax policy becomes less equitable. It's real hard for you to come up out the dirt, period. But we shall see what happens next. Public services also suffer, they said, because They don't give a shit. Hit the like button. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Simply Susie. Anyway, just so y'all know, y'all should look up these articles. Make sure y'all pay attention to what's going on in the world. Let me take this down, child. We're going to get to the next one. I'm going to give you guys a follow up on a story that I did yesterday with Porsha Williams, child. Let me get her up here. All right, listen. Can y'all see that? So Porsha made another post last night, and everybody has been talking about this. I don't know if you are Team Porsha or Team Shamia or Team They're Both the Same, but Porsha actually put out a post after Shamia unfollowed her and said, bitch, I don't care what you say next. I am enjoying me and my husband's anniversary. She started posting all kinds of stuff about that. But Porsha said, listen, ho. Okay. She said, you didn't know what the ceremony meant either because you referenced it as your first wedding. And she made the post. She said, this weekend, you could see it underneath. It has Shamia's name, Shamia Morton. This was from 2017. She said, this past weekend, Shamia, this past weekend was my, and I don't even want to pronounce it incorrectly, but she said dowry and traditional wedding ceremony. It was beautiful. We were surrounded by so many of our friends and family. My father-in-law gave me the name Mumbi, and she said it was regarded as mother of, again, I don't want to say the name wrong. Again, she basically called it a wedding ceremony, and she said that she's looking forward to their Western ceremony in Kenya in July. So I'ma just say, let me see. Hold on, child. I know there was a lot of people talking about it yesterday. Hi, Diana and chat. That's why I'm living in Mexico. You've been living here for 5 years, and you're in the top 1%. Oh, wow. Okay, True Wisdom. Thank you for sharing. I know a lot of people are, they're becoming expats of the United States. So we shall see. Porsha is jealous and messy. So people are still out here talking. So at the end of the day, Porsha made that, I think, sometime after 7 o'clock yesterday, and basically said at the time she thought it was a wedding. And Shamia also referred to it as a wedding. And so even though people might see it differently now, and I told y'all then, it's possible that, because people were like, Porsha knew because she had her own wedding. That was many years apart, many, many years apart. And it's possible that Shamia didn't even know all the customs that was involved in it. But I did go through the messages, and I'm going to tell y'all, there was a lot of people who live in Africa who were saying, listen, we see this as the actual wedding ceremony, and then the one that comes after it is just, a secondary ceremony. It's just considered more formal, but the wedding is the first one. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. Shamia hold grudges, and it's a sad situation that childhood friendship is over. Yeah, I think it's sad too. And I think Shamia just let people get in her ear. I told y'all I am not a fan. I'm not a fan of people, pushing people to have fights or you need to talk to and all that shit. There's a reason for these things. Y'all have to let people play these things out naturally, because we don't know all the answers. But at this point in time, Shamia and Porsha are no longer friends. I'll tell you who is friends again, though, following all of this craziness. You want to know who is friends again? Hold on. Why is my thing not showing up? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I don't know what is going on with my StreamYard. Every day there is a problem. Now it's not letting me post my... It's not letting me post my screen. Here we go. Sorry about that. So who is friends again after social media was ripping a hole into Portia's ass and telling her, bitch, you better, basically Drew needs to figure it out. And I'm glad that Porsha and Drew aren't friends anymore. Porsha and Drew are friends again. It looks like they are following each other on social media after all the crazy talk about Drew possibly sleeping with Porsha baby's daddy, Dennis. These two are cool again as of last night. Looked like they teamed up following the whole Shamia madness, but they have both started following each other again. And I'm sure that everything Shamia told Drew has shared with Porsha. They probably were on the phone all night long, okay? Like Lionel Richie. All night long. It don't pay to get involved in this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about it for fun, but try not to get too emotionally involved because this is the type of shit that happens all the time. Let's see. I think they are jealous of each other. Shamia is jealous of Portia's fame, and Portia is jealous of Shamia's rich lifestyle. You think so, Corey? I don't think they're jealous of each other. I think that they got some issues for sure, but I don't think that their lifestyles is the problem. Because y'all act like Porsha didn't have money. She was married to a football player before Shamia. I don't know who Shamia's first husband was, but I think probably he had some money in his pocket. But Porsha has not been starving for a lifestyle. Y'all act like Porsha worked at the gas station, was trying to scrape change for, Section 8 rent or some shit. I don't know. Shamia should have never came on the show. That's true. Not me, girl. Not you. What? You're saying not you for what? For what? You didn't think that Drew and Shamia shouldn't be friends anymore? People were dragging Porsha all season long about Drew. And Drew and Porsha are back cool again. Porsha has actually been trying to, lay the groundwork, basically online, saying she loves Drew's album. She hoped that her and baby daddy get their money. On the reunion stage, Porsha stood up, hugged Drew, and said, I apologize. I was the one who was out of pocket. So it looks like they're good now. And they're good because they're both going against Shamia. Porsha don't have money like Shamia does. I mean, how much money do you need? I mean, what is Shamia doing that's so different from what Portia's doing? Hit me up. I want to know. How, in what way? Explain. Porsha is looking for a cash cow. Okay. I think a lot of people are. I think that people think that money does not make things rule the world. It does, child. I just told y'all 9 families make decisions on how the rest of the damn world lives. Let's see. Real childhood friends would have sat down and talked about what they were not going to discuss in front of those cameras just to salvage their friendship. It's unfortunate. Shamia was definitely using their storyline as a friendship, or using their friendship as a storyline. I don't know what's going on with me today. Using their friendship as a storyline. Porsha didn't want to use the friendship as a storyline. Her excuse for that was, I'm already going through the divorce. I don't want anything else heavy. Can we please just cruise through this season? But that wasn't going to happen. That's clearly what they were going to do. You couldn't be friends. Oh, okay. So you're saying you couldn't be friends with Porsha if you were Drew. And that's why I laugh when I see people getting real upset about shit. It does not matter, child. These people work on TV and they have to form some kind of alliance. Keeping her husband and the house. What's up, Detroit? Nice to have you. Her first husband dumped her and she didn't get a dime in the divorce, and he has no prenuptial. Porsha knows that she's a glorified goofy looking for a rich man to take care of her. Okay. All right. I want everybody in the chat to tell me what type of man you're looking for. Do you just want somebody that you are in love with? This is a good question, child. I wish I would have put this up at a poll. Does it matter what your, prospective partner, what his pedigree is? What type of job does he need to have? What type of education does he need to have? Are you just looking for someone that you can say you're in love with? Or does it matter what he does for a living? Put it in the chat. It doesn't matter at all. If you meet a homeless man on the street and you guys hit it off, you go into the courthouse tomorrow. That's number one. Or number two. Let's just assume that you're looking, okay? When you are dating someone, that man has to check certain boxes, have certain amount of money in his pocket, have a job, have a college degree. Those are things that you also look for. Just asking. If that's the case, put a 3 in the chat. Because the difference between someone who's putting a 3 in the chat and a 1, I just want to know. Tell me. Okay. I'm not looking. You are living independent. Cool. Nobody's willing to answer that question. See, the fact that y'all not willing to answer the question tells me everything I need to know. It doesn't matter what he does for a living. No broke men. Okay. So if he shovels crap at the zoo, but he has a check coming in, you're okay with that. So Miss Clara is saying that you would like for a man to check boxes. He should have a certain job. He should have a certain amount of money. He should have a certain education. Okay. So one person is so far saying 3. My husband and I have been married for 32 years, got married at 21. Okay, some people marry early, very young, and they're lucky enough to build together, and that's great, but not everybody builds together. Y'all know marriage in 50% of marriages, maybe more, end in divorce. I need a loyal, honesty, drive, stability. Okay. Okay. Okay, so people aren't really answering the question. The truth of the matter is most people look for a man that's going to check off their boxes. Y'all mad at Porsha for finding a man that checks her boxes. She's asking for more. That's okay. The older you get, you would probably look for someone who is more your speed than not. Okay? So when you're 21 and you are both starting fresh, finding someone to build with, great. When you get, I don't know, 41, 51, you might not want to build a bear. You might want somebody who has it. You might want someone who has it. You're looking for a protector and a provider. I just want people to think about what your personal worth is, because who you marry is more important than what you do for a living. Who you marry is more important than what you do for a living, period. Who you marry can kill what you do for a living, period. Okay? People sometimes, look, she said, build a bear, good one, Queen. We have to put a worth on ourselves. We have to put a worth on ourselves, okay? And this, if we are serious, this is stuff you should be teaching young women. Don't give it away, child. Put some worth on it, all right? Know who you're going to be in life, and then meet someone who's going to meet you there. You don't have time for the bullshit. You don't have time. I remember Nene Leakes talking about how once she started making more money than him, because she was like, he was the breadwinner. He did all the things. He bought us this beautiful home. And then when I started working on this show and I became the breadwinner, shit went south. His ego couldn't take it. Nene always knew she wanted to be an actress. Nene always knew that. She always knew what she wanted to do, be on Broadway, and she was able to live out her dreams. But that man had a hard time with it at first. Now, let's just say, you know what I'm saying? He tried to kill what she had going on. You got to be careful. Okay, I agree with everything you said. Let's just be honest about it, child. We attack women for knowing what they want and knowing who should be by their side. That's the wrong thing to do. True about Nene. True about Nene. He married a woman who wanted to be famous, and he was down with it right up until it happened. Okay. And then he had to think about it. And maybe some people talked to him and said, man, are you serious? Get your wife back. That's dumb. You know what I'm saying? But that type of stuff really affects people. No. And this is true for men too. You want to marry someone you know is going to ride your dreams, right? A lot of people, I make more money than my husband, but he's still the king of my house. Awesome. I think that's great. I think that's great that you and your husband are okay with that situation, because a lot of people find it a power dynamic that they can't deal with. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men are very intimidated by that. There's some that aren't. You want to find the one that isn't. Those are all conversations that you have before you get married, though. Unfortunately, people don't think about it like that. Equally yoked on all subjects. What happens, Karen, if one of you was to fall and you're not equally yoked anymore? Things happen in marriage. Sometimes one might be up and you carrying your spouse, someone's down. You know what I'm saying? That if your marriage is long, it's going to happen. Keep hitting the like button. It is free. Thank you. Thank you, Lady D Keys. Hit the like button. I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming in, child. We are talking about women's worth, specifically, if I have to say it, Black women, because we get dragged we drag each other too for marrying wealthy, people calling each other gold diggers and shit like that. Porsha knows who she wanted to be. She wants to be an actress. She went after her dreams, even if people don't think about it that way. She did go after her dreams. She's in movies. She's in plays. She does reality TV. She's doing some of the shit that we applaud others for doing, but we will call her all kinds of names. Let me see. Do you watch the Country Wayne skits? I love Country Wayne. Okay. A total different subject, but I wish you did the commentary on that. Oh, for real? I might look into that. Okay. Thank you, Yolanda. I didn't know that anyone was interested in it. I used to talk about it on my IG stories all the time. But yeah, I do watch Country Wayne. Me and my husband, that's our guilty pleasure. When we are catching up on stuff on Saturday, we will watch Country Wayne stories, the skits. But yeah, think about it like that, y'all. I'm telling you right now, my goddaughter, all the people, all the young women in my life, I tell them all the time, don't sell yourself short for no shit. I told one of my best friends who was marrying a doctor, she had her, she's a lawyer, had a law degree, and he tried to stiff her on a damn prenup. Mm-mm. I told her too, are you out of your mind? She was like, I want to prove to him that I don't want his money. Girl, no, no, no. You are going to sit here, have babies. You're going to leave your career. You got to go back into the workforce when things are going to look completely different. Okay. It's going to be like the Jetsons in the workforce when you decide to go back to work, and you want him to be able to walk away and give you nothing. That's not good. We got to really think about our lives differently. That's it. That's all. Thank y'all for my TED Talk, child. Let's move on to the next one. We talked about those two. Now let's talk about Denise Richards real quick, because we already had talked about her a little bit. But child, Denise Richards, if y'all did not know, she has accused her husband of knocking her in the eye, giving her a black eye. And he has come out and since said, listen, at the end of the day, Denise is a drunk. She fell down. She tore her own eye out of its socket. We didn't do shit, okay? I didn't do anything. Anyway, Denise's lawyer has come out and basically rebutted the statement. She came out and said that Aaron, the husband, the estranged husband, has repeatedly abused Denise Richards throughout their marriage and continues to harass Denise since being served with a temporary restraining order, among other things. He's also disseminating private information about Denise Richards from her cell phone and her laptop, information which he has stolen, and that these actions continue to disturb Denise's peace. It goes on to say that they have warned Aaron in writing about disseminating any information from her cell phone and from her laptop, but he continues to do so. And they said that they will not be responding to any more false allegations in a public forum. Everything else is going to go to court. So as of right now, child, Denise Richards is fighting back and saying she was abused because, like I said, he said she fell down and tore her own eye out of his socket. Okay. Aaron's lawyer has also responded and said that Denise appears to be experiencing another one of her infamous upside down jacket moments. He said that her well-paid handlers appear determined to spin it upright and no matter the cost of collateral damage. Okay, so he's basically saying that she is delusional and he does not give a damn what she says. Who cares? He said that he genuinely hopes that she receives the help and support that she clearly needs, that Denise herself once famously slurred in a less than sober moment, "Stop it. I know what you're doing." So he is quoting her and said basically he's quoting her slurred moment where she said, "Stop it. I know what you're doing." Check that out, baby. This is going to get ugly. I saw a video with her hubby threatening her on the reality TV show. Yes. So there was a video where you heard him say, "I will crush your effing hand." He said that on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She denied that he said it. And then when they played it back for her, she said, "Oh, this is my first time hearing it. I didn't even hear it when it happened." Child. Anyway, they are fighting each other in public at the moment, but we shall see what happens next. This is why you don't fool. This is why you don't fool with the broke man. Okay, with the big package. Yes, ma'am. So yeah, anyway, let's talk about unfortunately, y'all. Unfortunately, another story about, do I even have it pinned up here? Hold on. Look, let's talk about, do y'all remember this story with FKA Twigs and Shia LaBeouf? Y'all remember them? When FKA Twigs and Shia LaBeouf first started dating, so many women were rooting for this relationship. You would have thought it was like the next coming of like Mary and Joseph or something. People loved that these two were dating. And then it went incredibly south, to the point of where FKA Twigs actually took Shia to court, was suing the hell out of him because she said she was in an abusive relationship and she didn't even know how to handle it. Okay. Well, these two have since settled out of court. Y'all see the title, Shia LaBeouf settles with FKA Twigs lawsuit over alleged sexual battery. So let me put this back up. Thank you for letting me know. For alleged sexual battery. Okay. He cut a check with a quickness. The checks that have been coming in since this P. Diddy trial, child, because y'all know when this stuff becomes open to the public, especially now, this is what triggers those criminal investigations. So that check was cut, but she sued him back in 2020. It is 2025, and he has finally said, it's time. It's time to get this out the damn news. But unfortunately for them, TMZ caught it. Okay. So listen, she said that she didn't even know if she was going to live. That is how horrible that relationship was. Okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the exact context. She said, and I quote, "It is a miracle that she came out of the relationship alive." She had talked to Elle magazine. She also had an interview with Gayle King. She made sure this went on a national level, and people were not paying attention, didn't take it seriously. I don't know if maybe it was because she is, a woman of color, but people love Shia LaBeouf so much that they would not give this lady the time of day. And he really didn't have to say much. Okay. His response to it at the time was that although many of these allegations are not true, not all of them, but just many of them aren't true, he said, I'm not in the position to defend any of my action. I owe these women an opportunity to air their statements publicly and accept accountability for the things that I have done. As someone in recovery, I have to face almost daily reminders of things that I did and said when I was drinking. So this is him acting like he is, taking responsibility for some of the things that he did in the past. But as of right now, today it is being reported that he cut the check. Okay, he cut the check. And like I said, even though she didn't get into the nit and grit of things, it was, she said she was lucky to have left the relationship alive. And a lot of people loved Shia LaBeouf. He's an actor, by the way, just in case people don't know. They know that how Diddy got embarrassed and they were stalling. I agree. I do believe that the Diddy case has made some things pop. Okay, we know that it happened for Shannon Sharp. We'll see. Anyway, just wanted to give y'all that tea because a lot of people want to say they don't see it in other communities. It happens all over. Happens in all over. Okay, let's get on to the next story, child. I don't know if y'all had heard, but Ozzy Osbourne passed away. It was reported today. Ozzy Osbourne is a rock and roll singer from back in the day. He was known for biting the head off of a live bat on stage when he was performing, and then ended up, abusing drugs, abusing alcohol. His health he was very, very sick, but he is passed today, I think at age 76 is what they are saying. So RIP to his family, child. It was a long road, but I can tell y'all, I remember all of that, but Ozzy Osbourne and Meet the Osbournes, which used to be a reality TV show on MTV, that is the reason why we see the Kardashians today. Because Kris Jenner said, I watched one episode of that show and said, if her family can do it, my family can do it. Okay? What's up, everyone? Welcome to the chat. Come on in. Come on in. But yeah, he was an old rock and roll singer back in the day. Anyway, ended up passing at the age of 76. Let's talk about, who else do I have up here? Let's talk about Mia Thornton from Real Housewives of Potomac, child. Here we go. Mia. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all, Mia Thornton, y'all know, moved to Atlanta. She was dating Ink. I think her tagline was, Ink is permanent or something like that. Ink is permanent. Well, not anymore. Her and Ink are done. And guess who's back in the picture, child? Y'all see it. She is back with her baby daddy, her estranged husband, G. And she posted an appreciation post for him last night, saying that she just appreciates him and that these past couple of weeks have been very hard for her because life has been lifing, but G has come through and she is singing his praises. So it looks like she has unfollowed Ink and she is out here, I guess, on vacation with her ex-husband, and she's been showing herself and them as a family. I don't know if this means that they are back together, but as of last night, Mia said that G has been a savior to her. All of the things that she has said about this man and his mental health, she said that as of right now, they are back together and that he has come through to be her knight in shining armor once again. Okay. Was the divorce ever finalized? I've never heard that the divorce was final at all, but I do know that as of right now, I will say this, she's not following Ink. Ink is still following her, I believe. And she said that the last couple of weeks has been hard. Shaking my head. Oh, Mia be lying, okay? So sick of Mia. Belisha said that she is happy that the family's back together, child. Well, listen, it looks like G is one of those those men who is always going to be there for her when she falls. Hell, maybe Ink too. When things might get a little rocky between her and G, maybe she will get back together with him. You're glad that things worked out. Same. I believe that G just let her do her thing until she was ready to come back, like he said on the show. Oh, okay. Okay. Hope she gets her life together. It's Gordon. Yep, Gordon is G. Anyway, I thought that was interesting, child. She has given Ink the boot, or Ink has given her the boot. Mia has how many children? Is it 3? And Gordon is back in the picture. So there you have it. 3 babies. And Gordon is back in the picture. So allegedly, he got some of those medical spas. What? He got some of those medical spas back. And he's trying to work it out with his family. That explains why she went back. I thought she had the joint, those those masseuse places. I thought that was their family business. So he got a few back. She had some. She still had some. From what I'm understanding, child. Hot mess, according to Cheryl. Hot mess. All right, y'all. Let's talk about Jackie Christie. Y'all can keep talking about Mia Thornton, child, and her messy self. But let's talk about Jackie Christie. Let me get this photo up. We'll get this freeze frame photo first of Jackie Christie when she slammed her pimp hand all the way down across her daughter's Chantel's face, child. I don't know if y'all have seen the video of Jackie Christie and Chantel, or if you've even been watching Basketball Wives all season. Y'all can put it in the chat right now, though. Let me know if y'all think that Jackie Christie was warranted to Ka-pow, okay? Mollywop her grown-ass daughter with, I think she has a child of her own, a son. If she was within her rights to mollywop her daughter across her head, I think it might have caught her ear and the back of her head. She tried to knock her face into the floor. And she damn near would have done it if security did not catch that child. She didn't know what was coming. If you think that, hey, she gets what she gets, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat, okay? If you feel like Jackie went too far, put a 3 in the chat. That's what I'm asking. Was Jackie warranted to knock Chantel back into next week? Or should she have shown a little more restraint? Okay. I'm asking for the people. Because a lot of us who've lived through some hard times would have never. A lot of us were sitting there with our mouths open like, why would you do that? Okay, come on through. Listen, I haven't seen a 3 yet. Hold on. Angela said, I have been watching this entire season and Chantel has been awful to her mother. She should have never came on the show. She came on that show to embarrass her mother. Okay, 1. Yes, she pushed Jackie first. She did. But I'm just asking y'all, sometimes people still feel like you might be in the wrong, child. Slapped her into the middle of next week. Sure did. Look, knocked her ass back into 1987 or whatever year she was born. Child, did she not? Jackie was overdue. And okay, 1 across the board. Back into reality, because you do not push your mama. You sure in the hell don't. Okay, we got some 3s in the house. Hold on. Jackie has shown restraint. She kept trying to walk away. Okay. She did not want to argue with her. Okay. Ma said, I brought you in this world and I'll take you out. Okay, so you're saying 3. So she said, Ma said, I brought you in this world and I'll take you out. You're saying 3 as in she should not have struck her back. Because really, she struck her back and then she called her the B word, right? Come on through, everybody. Welcome. I appreciate y'all for coming in. We are talking about Jackie Christie. At first, I just wanted to get an idea of what y'all were thinking. Okay, so listen. A lot of people are talking about that. Hold on. She embarrassed herself. No one is on her side. Okay. I saw a few people in the comments under different posts saying, there is a 3 in the chat. Okay. I saw a few people saying that they thought Jackie was out of order. But I mostly saw people say Chantel was out of line. It was Chantel that was out of line. So y'all, look, I was shocked that Chantel pushed her mama. I was shocked that she doubled back because it almost felt like she was trying to get a reaction out of her. And it felt like she was trying to get a physical reaction out of her. I watched it like maybe 3, 4, or 5 times. Jackie kept saying to her, listen, Chantel, I thought we had a good relationship. Tell me what it is. You tell me with your words what it is that you believe I've done to you. Okay? Now, according to Chantel, I'm going to give Chantel some grace. Chantel said, listen, Jackie was giving me TV mom. I wanted her to give me the mom that I have all the time when those cameras aren't rolling. So Chantel was saying she didn't think that Jackie was being sincere. But this is, again, when these kind of moments are happening, I would strongly advise you to not push her there then. Why would you push her there if you know that she's trying to not be that person, okay? Knock the taste out of her damn mouth. For sure. But anyway, she said, listen, she was giving me TV mom and I didn't want TV mom. I wanted the mama that I normally have. So Chantel goes in and tells her point blank when Jackie said, I'm not going to walk away. I love you. I just want you to tell me what you think our problem is because I don't think we have a problem. Chantel said, you don't? Because I think it's a little too late. I came here because we're done. Like all the stuff that she was saying was out of pocket to me. Okay. We know she ain't rap tight. Facts. Facts. Molly whopped. Okay. That's how my mom used to say it. Don't make me molly whop you. Okay, girl. But anyway, after she was saying all that, Chantel just kept coming for her. You're not the mother that I want. You know what the history is. Fine. And then she gets up and she's still walking out the door talking grimy. Because let's face it, she definitely wasn't being respectful. And a lot of people thought that. Now listen, people fight. You fight your mom, you fight your dad. There's a lot of people that, you say things. But when she was walking out the door, and again, Jackie's telling her, girl, I love you. Go on ahead and get out. See you next time, Chantel. We'll talk later. When Chantel doubled back, oh, you think that's cute? You know what you look like right now? All of that shit. I was like, Jackie's already gone. Jackie stood up because she knew she was about to pop her. Okay? That's how I felt, Queen. They saying that Chantel posted social media and turned off her comments on her page. I believe it. I believe it. You think that they were both actually out of order. Tell me what you mean, because you think for hitting each other, you think they were out of order? Tell me. 1, Chantel is out of line. Okay, I'm going to say this. This is the first time I've seen so many people say Chantel got what she got, because people who've watched the show all season, y'all know Chantel has been nothing but nasty. She's allowed Evelyn and who's the other one? Is it Brittany? What was her name? All of them to get in her ear about what she should be doing, how she should handle herself with Jackie. And I kept saying, that's your mama. Got a 3 in the chat. Jackie should not have done it. That is what Darnice is saying. I kept saying this is her mama and this is not going to end well. Hold on. Hi, Jackie should have slapped the piss out of her. None of this should have been brought to TV. So wrong. I applaud Jackie for walking away each episode. Okay. That's what I saw too. It was a build up. It was a build up. Chantel kept talking about everyone but her issue. She never explained what her actual issue was. Even when Jackie was saying, hey, just say it. Why wouldn't she say it? I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask about Brandy. What are the problems? Okay. Jackie gave her exactly what she came looking for. She didn't want the TV mama. She said she didn't want it. So she got the mama that she got at home. And even after she got ka-powed, okay, when she was like, call Doug, tell Doug what you did. I was like, girl, this is where you can tell that you might be the disrespectful one, because the last thing you're going to do right now is tell that woman to call the husband. Cut it out. Cut it out. Never put your hands on your mother. But anyway, when Jackie got up and said, Chantel, just go, just leave the room, Chantel pushes Jackie against the wall. And I think she called her out of her name. And that's when Jackie just saw, she just blacked out. From that point, she came down on Chantel's head. It happened so fast, I didn't even know. I just thought Chantel got knocked down into the floor beneath them. Period. I'm glad that Jackie knocked the sunshine out of Chantel. She deserved it. Okay. Why was Chantel? Now you got it and you want to cry victim. And then after she did it, she completely lied about it. She went back to the group and said she put her hands on me. She didn't tell the full story. She didn't tell how it went down. I thought that was crazy. Yes, she got what she wanted, and Jackie tried to stay away. When she did it, her mother got what she was asking for. Chantel got what she was asking for. Jackie had asked her to leave her room multiple times. Her voice had got real soft. She was like, okay. And I think she called her, did she say Shanice? We call her Chantel, but it's her government name, Shanice, because she said, okay, Shanice, go. Just leave, Shanice. We'll talk. Okay, Shanice, I love you. Bye, Shan. I was like, baby, she calling you by your government name and everything. Just go. Remember that the sister said Chantel was taking her life. Oh, wow. The way she followed her mother through that hallway, yeah, you were mortified. I agree. There's just a couple of things that you know better than to do, child. And she made sure she did every single one of them. She was as disrespectful can be. Go to your husband, Chantel. Your mama haven't even met your husband. Okay. Talking to her mother's ops. Yeah, her mother has a job to do on that show. Okay. And there's some things you just don't do. But when she did it, I was just like, Chantel, the last thing you want to do is provoke that woman the way you've been provoking her. She has always taken the high road. She smiled. You're still my daughter. I'm not going to get into this with you. She was doing all the right things. I thought that Jackie was doing all the right things leading up to that moment. I've been watching this season, but I also want to say that Chantel was Team Jackie when she was favored over the darker skinned sister. She didn't have an issue with her mother then. Okay. So that's the rumor that has been out there. And we know that Chantel and her sister, they have both been arguing about that over social media. Right. Because her sister, I think she was raised by her grandmother. She said, I wasn't even raised in the house with y'all. I was considered the embarrassment. And Chantel didn't have a problem with it. She said that the sister was crazy. Chantel is being a part of a 3-headed snake. The other two BMs are pass around kitties. Okay. This makes me think that they brought her on the show behind Jackie's back, or that Jackie brought her and Chantel. When Jackie saw her daughter on the show, she was like, she was excited about it. She wanted to talk to her about being a grandmother. I thought Jackie was doing all the right things. You know what I'm saying? Who put their hands on their mother? You honor your mother and your father. Nobody I know that's still alive, child. And Jackie, even after it was all said and done, y'all, Jackie even says to the producers, I will not talk to you about my daughter. Did you hear that? I will not talk to you about my daughter. That's we're not doing it. She didn't call her out her name. She was still being respectful to her child, as you know, since everything happened. So they played the audio of Jackie calling Doug, and Jackie saying she was completely out of control. Doug, you know, she did tell on herself. We didn't hear what Doug had to say, but for sure. So most people know exactly what that was. Jackie tried not to go there. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I'm team Jackie. Okay. She may not have thought that she'd catch the hands because security was there. Girl, but she was so close. She was literally right in front of that woman and went like this. She had a cell phone in her hand. Jackie turned into somebody else, okay? Chantel missed her opportunity to work out their differences being so angry. I agree. Jackie said to Chantel, our relationship was good. I don't understand what the problem is. If Chantel has a problem with her mother, why move in the same building as your mother lives in? You have a point. Chantel kept hinting that there was something going on, but she never talked about it. She never made it like, you know, she never discussed it with us, the audience. And I kept saying, Chantel, you're not doing yourself any favors. You got to tell it. You got to tell whatever it is. Let me see. Hold on. Doug better say 10 toes down for his wife, because Chantel was wrong as hell. I can't wait to see what the rest of the cast says, because they pushed that entire situation. They made it ugly when it didn't have to be. Keep hitting the like button, everybody, please and thank you. She wanted to expose her mom, in my opinion. This is deeper than we know. I agree. I think it is a lot deeper than we know. I think that her mother was probably like, Chantel, collect this check like I'm collecting this check. You have a baby, you got a family. You know what I'm saying? If you and I want to make this, you know, for TV, I would rather we get through this season. Maybe you come back next season. We do a little therapy on camera, but let's not do it this way. That's what I think. Jackie has been on TV for a long time. She knows how TV works. Chantel, on the other hand, she always seems to catch a fist. She got mollywopped by Drea, didn't she? Drea blackened her eye. Sorry, I'm saying out of order for resulting to put. Okay, so you're saying that it was out of order for both of them putting their hands on each other. Okay, I understand. I don't know where the husband is. Hey, dark and lovely, welcome to the chat, girl. Welcome to the chat, girl. Yeah, she's been on TV for a long time. She knows what is going on. I just can't imagine it. Oh, she blackened Sunday's eye. Thank you, girl. I remember somebody's eyes got black. It was Sunday. That's right. That is right. Fight or flight. I think Jackie was real. I'm sure she was probably at the end of it, because I don't think she hit her daughter like that. Because look at Jackie's face. She did want to take her head off. I don't think you hit somebody like that and you're proud of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm very certain that they both were probably ashamed. And now that it's playing out, when it happened, they were ashamed. Now that it's playing out on TV for everybody to talk about it, for sure. I'm sure that they are. You won't be watching no more. Oh, for Sean. Y'all, we want reality TV. We want it to be real, but we get real unnerved when it plays out that way. Not everything is going to be a good moment. It can't be. It's not everything isn't a good moment in our own lives, right? I mean, hopefully we ain't laying hands on people, but there's people you want to lay hands on, that's for sure. And if you were stuck in a room with somebody that you didn't really fool with like that, and they were instigating and, purposely coming after you, you can't say what you wouldn't do if you were stuck in that room. Jackie smacks you so hard that you felt it through the screen. If Chantel comes back, I won't be watching either. I don't think Chantel's coming back. I think she's done, personally. I don't know. I don't know. I think when she came in there, I don't know if maybe, I don't know. I can't say. I know that I feel like Chantel was the one who was out of pocket with her mother. I really do. And I think that Jackie attempted to handle that situation the best she could right up until Chantel pushed her. And I think that Jackie, unfortunately, she doesn't have an off switch. I think she's on all the time, personally. I think that she tried, and once she felt her body hit that wall, I think that was it. But that's it. I just wanted to know what y'all thought about it. More people are on Jackie's side than anything. Whatever those girls on that TV show wanted, they didn't get. And that's the problem when people try to set people up on TV. It's going to backfire on you eventually. All these setup situations is going to backfire on you. And they set that girl up. Shawnee should have had a therapist on set for this situation. Chantel was way out of pocket. From what I'm understanding, Marietta, from what I'm understanding, the rule is on all reality TV sets that there has to be a therapist on set. They might not film it and put it on camera, but from what I'm understanding, it's like standard to have a therapist on set, and it's standard to have security on set. It does not matter for what. I think that's just a part of the write-in now. Um, can I ask y'all a question? Can I ask y'all a question? Here's something I want to know. When we are watching these shows, what are you doing to balance your intake of information? She says, sure. What are y'all doing to balance what you're seeing on TV? Like, help me understand. Because sometimes people, I don't think, have enough balance in your life. And so we watch these shows and we take it to heart too much. I think we should talk about it for sure, because this is reality for a lot of people. Just because you don't see it doesn't make it not reality. Let's see. I know it's not my real life, so I'm good over here. I'm curious. Okay. I mean, it's real life for them. I think they need to handle their business, but we got to start balancing our intake of stuff so that we don't get taken down when we watch this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shawnee is a demon and an agent of chaos. Everywhere she goes, what? There's destruction. You think so? Okay, girl. I had to look up the other day all the Black authors that are currently on the New York Times list. We got to start thinking about this so that we can, oh, hell, my snarky friend and just came into the chat, child. What you talking about? Hold on. Let me put this little comment up here. Kevin always comes in. Um, he comes in like the shark attack, okay? Hey everyone, do not watch Basketball Wives, just stopping through for support. More importantly, enjoy the remainder of your day, especially you, Diana. Child, listen. Y'all better watch what y'all can and stop trying to put people out of work. Killing me. Let's see. Sure, Queen. I watch inspiration videos and I'm an avid reader and I'm an author and I love writing. Oh, cool. I love to hear that. That is awesome. Yeah, get as much balance in your life as possible, child. If you had balance in your life, if you were watching all the Black people that's doing amazing things, make it a point of learning it. When you watch shit like this, you'll watch it and you'll turn it off. You'll talk about it for what it's supposed to be talked about and then turn it off. I'm going to tell y'all something right now. Google Black activists. Just put it in Google right now, Black activists. I promise you, no one from the current century is going to pop up. You're going to get a whole bunch of shit about Harriet Tubman and things like that because we don't Google stuff like that. Google actually takes the search people are looking for. So people don't even you don't get a chance to see all the new people because nobody Googles it. Nobody's paying attention to it. They're there. It exists. We just don't look it up the same way. We count on it showing up on television. It's not television's job to teach us anything. We should be, it's right here in the palm of our hand. Pick your phone up and start getting the information y'all need to feel better about us as a culture and as a group. Oh, I'm looking for some book recommendations. I'll look that list up, Diana. Yes, please look it up. I picked up a book yesterday. Hold on, let me get the right name. Let me see if I probably erased it. Hopefully I didn't. Here's the book. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's called Good Dirt. This is on the New York Times bestsellers list right now. It's called Good Dirt. Look it up, child, because that was a book I was about to buy. Hey, what's up? What's up? But just look up stuff like that. I promise you, it'll change your life. It'll make you feel better about yourselves. The reason why we feel this way is because we don't look for the stuff that inspires us. I listen to a lot of uplifting music. I journal. I dance every day. You get outside, you get fresh air, vitamin D. Same. I actually feel bad when I don't go walk. I do my 10,000 steps in the morning. Have a beautiful day. Okay. Happy Tuesday, Erica. Come on through. I agree. What was the end goal provoking Jackie? She was not a good person at times, but this was disgusting. Okay. I want you to do it. And I want you to tell me what comes up when y'all do it. Because it just tells me what we're not looking for. That's all. I actually crack up because I'm like, child. Here's a good book that's being recommended. Thank you. Rational Intelligence by Darius Daniels. It's a great book. Okay. Let's look it up. Hold on. Let me tell y'all. Good Dirt is by Charmaine Wilkerson, and it is following a childhood tragedy and family heirloom exploring themes of grief and legacy. Okay. But it's centered from back in the day. But I am about to buy it. I was going to buy it this week. I'm going to get Jackie Christie's book. A friend of yours recommended it. Okay. Chantel said it in her confessional that she wanted to expose her daughter, that she wanted to expose Jackie, how horrible of a daughter and a person she is. Okay. See how everybody drops off the chat when you start talking about stuff that has to do with Black excellence. If I was to tell people, go ahead and Google up the Black senators in your area, lawyers in your area, who's doing the work, people will drop right out of the chat. If I'm talking about who's getting their ass whooped, everybody wants to hear it. And then one person will come through and be like, this is garbage. Get off. Ciao. Um, that's true. They'd say, I want the mess and leave. So I already know. But when I tell y'all, if you just Google something else, other don't make reality TV. It's not a teacher, child. It's there for entertainment. Hit the like button before you guys leave and have a nice day. I love to read, which is one of my favorite pastimes, so I don't take none of this stuff too serious. It's shit that happens in people real life, right? And y'all, I mean, it's true. You wouldn't even talk about it if it didn't happen in your real life. You would turn the shit off and say, I'm not watching this. Um, But that's it, y'all. I just wanted to see what y'all thought of it. That's how the season ended. Unfortunately, Basketball Wives will not get a reunion. A lot of people thought that it had to do with this fight scene. Apparently, someone from production has come out and said it had nothing to do with that. There was some sort of issue with production. I don't think so. I think it was probably this. Okay. Keep sharing Black excellence. We need it during these times. Okay, listen. I'm going to put some books up for y'all then, because this is stuff that, again, I was just taught to do. I don't know. I just assumed we all did it. After I watched it, you went to bed listening to classical music or the Daily Word. Okay, like you should, child. But that's it. That's all. Y'all know I love y'all. For real, for real. Okay. Thank y'all for coming in, making jokes, learning something new. I love our community. Love it. Love it. Okay. I'm gonna tell you, like I say to everybody, I believe that we're all excellent. You're not gonna convince me that we're not. Okay. I know way too much about history to know who the F we are, how we got here, and what we've done and continue to do. Period. And thank you. So I will never say we're not Black excellence ever in life. Period. All right. But that's it, y'all. Hit that like button on your way out. Please and thank you. Follow me on all my platforms at DYANAROZAY. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. And I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye bye.